Hey guys, I am Dat Hippie, of course, and unfortunately I have yet to find a software that allows me to record my screen and audio at the same time, so unfortunately you guys are stuck with another video of my ugly fucking face. But it is Sunday here, so you all know what that means. It's time for another Super Sunday where I don't know what I'm talking about at all. I have no clue. Well, I guess I should start talking. Yesterday I spent time with my family up in Kansas City. We went around. We actually did some shopping and stuff, mostly in celebration for my sister's birthday. But we also got some Christmas gifts for ourselves up there. But we spent almost a whole day up in Kansas City and Independence, which is an off-branch of Kansas City. It's kind of like a suburb, I guess you would call it. I'm not quite sure what you would say, but yeah, we spent most of our time in Kansas City and Independence. We did drive through Lee Summit, but we didn't really stop in Lee Summit, so I mean, But it was me, my mom, my sister, and my little brother all spending time together, celebrating my sister's 21st birthday. Her birthday is November 5th, and yesterday was the 15th. So I mean, it was a little bit late, but unfortunately, I didn't have the chance to go home on her birthday. I was busy doing stuff, so yeah. So we made up for it. We hung out on the 15th. The plan was we were going to go eat at the Cheesecake Factory, and then go watch a movie. But what we ended up doing was eating at the Cheesecake Factory, walking around the plaza, looking in all the stores and shit for no reason, even though we didn't buy anything there. And then we went to the mall in Independence, looked around, and ended up buying a lot of stuff. Well, we went to this one place called like Earthbound, I think it was, and we were just looking around, and like my sister bought a mask, and my mom bought this doggy butter that's supposed to make my sister's puppy feel better. My sister's puppy got sick. She's got like a indigestion problem. She's not digesting her food completely, and it's causing her a lot of pain and stuff. So she's like grumble pussing and stuff. And so they bought that, and then I pretty much begged my mom to buy me a $30 samurai sword. Oh yeah. So I have a samurai sword that I'm not allowed to have until Christmas. But it's sitting and waiting at home for me. Yes. So I'm going to be having yet another deadly tool to add to my arsenal of things that I have gotten to buy or gotten people to buy for me. I'm evil. And I have a affinity for sharp things. I really like the sharp things. Sharp things are nice. But yeah, so that's what happened. And then we went to Aeropostale looking for some clothes for Mason. Yeah, because Mason, he likes the higher, like not really snooty brand clothing, but he likes nice clothing. And I don't know why. Probably because I wear this all the time. So yeah, the band tee, ripped jeans, beanie. Done. But yeah, so when we went to Aeropostale, I ended up getting 2 pairs of jeans in there. I don't know why. I really liked them, and one of them had like the pre-rips in them, and I was like, I'll make them look better by giving them actual holes. Because it's just how I do. All of my jeans, even if they don't come with rips and tears in them to start with, and will end up, by the time I'm done with them, having like shit tons of rips and tears and holes in places all over the place. I'm real rough on my clothing. Same goes for my shoes. They can be like in pristine condition. By the time I'm done with them, they're falling apart. Like the bottom sole's like a flap, like a mouth. Yeah, I'm not really nice to my stuff. Especially clothes. I'm nice to everything but clothes, actually. Yeah. So, yeah, this Supercharged Sunday, unfortunately, my mom, well, they brought me a 12-pack of Mountain Dew. But it's Throwback Mountain Dew, and it tastes funky. Hence the reason why I have a 2-liter. It's actually lasted me all day so far, which is impressive considering I woke up at 8 o'clock today. I don't know why I woke up so early. I went to bed at 1 a.m., which is normal for when I usually go to bed. Woke up at 8. So that's 7 hours of sleep, give or take like 30 minutes. And then, so I've been up all day. I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos. I've been watching some anime. I've been reading some fan fiction stories. I've been trying to find a program on here that I can write and continue writing my fan fiction stories because it doesn't come with Microsoft Word and stuff like that. And I had to buy Microsoft Office, and that's expensive. And I'm poor. Okay, I've got to go tomorrow and pay my last payment on college for stuff. Yeah. Oh, man. And I thought I had enough scholarships to take care of everything, and I was wrong. I was so wrong. Oy. Such a pain. But anyway, so that's what I did yesterday. I hung out with them. And we went and we looked around Spencer's. Me and my sister did. We didn't really find anything in there. We looked in Hot Topic. We didn't really find anything in there. And I'm walking around the Kansas City Mall carrying around my samurai sword in a box on my shoulder. Like this. We're just walking around, getting shit tons of weird looks and dirty looks from people. But not as many dirty looks as what I got on the plaza. On the plaza, I got so many dirty looks, and it was hilarious. I'm like, I think I just broke the record for how many dirty looks I've gotten in one day. It's amazing. I'm actually excited that so many people were looking at me like that because I'm like, yes, they hate me. Simply because I look like this, they think I'm a bad kid. Which is why I actually look like this. I want people to assume I'm a bad kid so that when I do something nice, they don't really expect it. So, I mean, it's like, I don't want people to do nice things for me. So, I typically don't do nice things for people unless I feel like it. So, There are some people I'm nice to, like, without a doubt, all the time, every day, all day, every day. But that's very rare that I find people like that. In fact, here in Warrensburg, there's only one of them. I've told you all about her before. I will attempt, maybe eventually next semester, probably have her on the show. Or at least in an episode of something. For some reason. I don't know. She is in theater. She is an actress. She does sing. So maybe. We might do something. I don't know. I'll talk to her about it. Maybe. I don't know. The one thing I'd have to say she would never be a part of is Supercharged Sunday, because she absolutely hates how much Mountain Dew I drink. She hates it. She just doesn't like it. I can understand, because it's not healthy for me to be drinking this much Mountain Dew almost every single day. But 1 2 liter a day keeps the monster in me at bay. It makes me a much more friendly person and a lot more pleasant to be around. It really does. Without Mountain Dew, I would be a grump all the time. I wouldn't want to talk to anybody. I wouldn't want to look at anybody. I would just simply do my homework and then do nothing. For the rest of the day, I would just sit there and stare at a wall. People would be like, hey, you want to hang out? I'd follow them and say nothing. I would say nothing. I'd just get up and follow them around. That's hanging out when I don't have Mountain Dew. Because I turn into nothingness. Nothingness is not good. There must be somethingness. Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. I don't know. I'm bad at English. I'm good at writing. I'm bad at speaking. So, yeah. Anyway, classes are going fantastic, in my opinion. I'm doing everything, probably not up to par with what I would like to be doing it. I am doing some theater stuff whenever I have the chance. I'm helping as much as I can. I'm going to be watching Barefoot in the Park this Friday. I'm going to be watching it with Kelly. Kelly's coming up to watch it, and I'll be watching it with him. Unless he changes his mind, doesn't want to watch it, in which case then he'll just grab me and take me home. But I haven't really been doing much. Aside from looking for those 2 programs, I haven't really spent time with many people recently. I do have to say, I have been listening to some new music coming out from all the new artists. Artists that I listened to recently. Like I've recently stated, some of the new Five Finger Death Punch music that I hadn't heard recently. That I hadn't heard when it came out, but I heard recently was real good. But stuff that just recently came out, Motionless in White has recently released a full album called Reincarnate. I was able to listen to an entire stream of that on YouTube, like the entire album. And then I found videos for each of them afterwards, and I've put them in a playlist on my on my on my YouTube channel. It's a private playlist, so none of you can find it. Mostly because I don't think Motionless in White would like me having their stuff on my channel. Mostly because they're still owned by Fearless Records. The songs are, I think, because they're still recording with Fearless Records. So I don't think that. I think I'm not allowed to show that publicly on my channel because I've partnered with YouTube. I don't know. The YouTube agreement partnership thing is kind of vague in the area of music. It really is. But anyway, so I've listened to all that, and it's real good. And someone had an argument that they didn't like one of the songs because the vague lyrics. And they think they're using vague lyrics to connect with multiple people, a large amount of people, just for like a money grab attempt. I'm like, no, go back over the history of Motionless in White. All of their songs have really vague lyrics for a specific reason. Their lyrics are vague but still powerful in the hopes and attempts that they can get the whole world to revolutionize to make it a better place. Hell, Chris Motionless said himself that he doesn't care what you believe, but they will support you as long as you believe it. Because they don't give a fuck. That's the whole point of the band. They do not give a fuck. They don't. I think that's one of the reasons why I like them so much. They're actually my favorite band. Right in front of Slipknot. Yes. Motionless in White is actually in front of Slipknot. Even though I've known Slipknot a lot longer, Motionless in White hits me a little bit harder, and it does. But other than that, I've also heard some new 3 Days Grace music, and I know that the original frontman they had, Adam Gontier, is no longer with them. I don't remember the name of the new guy they have. I just remember he's from My Darkest Day. So, yeah, and I've listened to some of their new stuff. I originally didn't like Painkiller, but I do like I Am Machine, which is the newest released song that I've heard recently on the radio. I really do like it. It's very, very catchy, and it does hit me hard because for the longest time, I was very machine-like in the way I approached life because I ignored people, and I went about my business, and I just did what I did. I see now that it's not exactly a good way to live, but that song kind of hits me and reminds me that I don't want to fall back into that sort of lifestyle because it would be really easy for me to regress back into myself after some of the things that have been happening recently. My mind is not a very stable place right now, so it would be very easy for me to regress back into that machine-like mentality of where I don't really pay attention to people. And I know that people around me that actually care about me and are my actual friends, it hurts them when I'm like that. It physically hurts them. I've seen it happen over my entire life. I would just brush them off to go be myself, and they would be physically hurt by my reaction. Like, in a physical, mental, and emotional state, I would hurt people, and I would never mean to. And I understand now why that's a bad thing, but back then I didn't quite get it. Because I was always that way. Ever since... that's a little too personal to talk about with you guys. Maybe later. When I have more people to talk to, I might. But currently, things are going well. I haven't blown up on anyone yet. No one's mentioned anything stupid to cause me to explode, which is good. People here in college definitely know when to shut up faster than the kids that I had in high school. They didn't know when to shut up, and it caused me to get into serious trouble. And I know that if I blow up now, it could result in jail time. So, I mean, I really have to rein myself in now. Because I don't want to ruin my life. Ever. Because if I did, then I wouldn't be able to do this, and I wouldn't be able to do so many other things that I want to do with my life. What I want to do, where I want to head, I can't have any bad notes or anything. I just can't. But, eventually, I will be getting my teeth fixed pretty close to Christmas. As you can see, there's plenty of reasons to get them fixed. They'll be taking out this buddy, even though I've grown attached to him. They'll be fixing this tooth, and then a tooth back here, which is falling apart and leaving the gum decayed, which hasn't completely come out. They're going to be yanking that sucker out, so hopefully the gum back there will heal now that it doesn't have a dead tooth in it. But I can't yank the sucker out because the piece that's still in there is like so small that I can't grab it. So they're going to have the dentists go in and get it. That's going to cost quite a bit, so that's going to be part of my Christmas. Then the sword and whatever else my mom bought me. Even though I really did not want anything for Christmas, like, at all. I really didn't. I haven't wanted stuff for Christmas since I was 14. I think the last thing... No, just recently I wanted a bass. Really bad, I wanted a bass guitar. Yeah, that was last year. I got that. I got my bass guitar and my amp. I play those all the time. Sorry, everybody who wants me to play music on my channel. Eventually, I might do that. I might play with my bass, or I might grab the cello that I'm borrowing from the school here, and I might play, but until I feel comfortable with my skills enough to play them in front of this camcorder here, this little thing right here, I won't be doing that. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe, or I might get someone who I know is better than me to play, or I might do an interview with, like, my principal cello player, Matthew Chang. I might do one with him. I don't know yet. I really don't know. I may or may not end up playing eventually. So my plans for the future in college so far is just to get the fuck out of here. I want my degree so I can move on with what I want to do in my life. For those of you that don't know what I want to do in my life is, I'm hoping that me and Gingerbeard, we are going to be, we're going to keep doing the YouTube thing that we've been doing, but we're hoping to start up a video game company known as Rig. And that's what my main time is going to be devoted to. I'm going to be doing some computer animation stuff with that. Hopefully get some combat models up, which I know how to do combat models already. But and I'm going to be doing, like, backgrounds and stuff, and maybe do a few story arcs here and there for certain games that we want to make. But eventually we're going to try and do that. We thought maybe we could start... and he's fully got my back on my idea for an anime. That would be a great place to start with our animation skills. And I really do. I want to take... That is my, like, heart and soul project that I want to start with. I want to start with that. And it's not necessarily going to be a long anime, maybe about 20 episodes, hopefully. But I'm hoping that they'll be, like, actual, like, 30-minute episodes. Not, like, 30-minute plus commercial, because I'm going to be doing them all on the computer. They're going to be up on YouTube, probably. Maybe. If I get really good at it, they're probably going to be like something Rooster Teeth would do. Like Red vs. Blue or something. Like along the lines of that, except more in an anime art style. So when I start getting decent enough in creating people, I may start with that. Because that's like the one thing I struggle with is making people. I can make weapons, I can make animals, I can make backgrounds, and people are just so difficult. To make them proportionate, which is what I have the most trouble with, is proportioning the head with the body size. And I think I could cheat and just give them all, like, baggy clothing, but that's kind of douchey. I'm not sure how well that would fit into my story arc that I have written up. So far, I've got the main preface of the story written, like the main arc. Now I'm just going to do all the detailed arcs throughout the main arc. And detailed arcs, what I consider are character arcs, changes throughout the relationship between characters, new characters showing up and influencing the story or the protagonist's decisions. Which actually the main character of my story is not a protagonist, he is clearly an antagonist. Clearly. Like, obviously. But he's doing everything he's doing he's doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. That's how I describe him. He's... How do I say this? He's murdering a monarchy to stop a foolish war that is endangering thousands of innocents. But by attacking the monarchy, he's endangering thousands of innocents. So, This war, which I have explained to you guys, has been going on for 10 years. No, 12 years. He was 6 when it started, meaning he's 18 when he starts attacking the monarchy. So we're going to be picking up, the first episode is probably going to be doing like a sort of current day flashback sort of deal. He's going to realize that he's been fighting in this war since it started. So since he was 6, he's been fighting in this war. Mainly because he had to protect his 2 younger sisters. They were twins. They were 4. 5 years into the war, they were killed. Tragically, in front of his eyes. He was 10. That was when he was ingrained with a secret power released by the monarchy to make the war a little bit more interesting for them to watch. They gave everyone participating in the war a certain ability. His was control over darkness. Not just like shadows, but like the darkness in people as well. Like he could literally reach into someone and manipulate the darkness inside of them. Whether it be lust, pride, any of the 7 deadly sins, any negative thoughts or feelings toward another, he could manipulate them to control that person. But he could only do that much later, so like pretty close to current day of the anime. And he's been fighting the entire war. Now he's fighting for revenge against the ones that killed his sisters. Well, in the first episode, he's going to track them down and he's going to murder them. Brutal, like slaughter, no remorse. But he's going to leave one alive who had nothing to do with the murder against the attack against his sisters and himself. She has been gifted with the power to see all the light. So she can see even the smallest amount of light in our dark character. Sitting there, just protected by the mass amount of darkness that he surrounds himself with. There's a small light inside of him. That's why he's using the darkness to protect it. And so they're going to go, and she believes that the monarchy is wrong. She is actually a year and a half older than the main character. The reason why I'm doing that is so that she's a little bit wiser. Like, she's a little bit smarter. She's experienced more. She's seen more, done more. She was older when the war started, so she knows a little bit more of the reasons why it started. Mainly because she was from the capital city, which I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Whereas he was just like a simple farm boy. So that's pretty much going to be it. But they're going to team up and start attacking the monarchy in hopes for ending this pointless war that has killed almost half of this country's population. Yeah, the country was about the population of America, like current day America. So imagine a war that caused half of our population to just drop dead. That's been going on for 12 years. And it's not like a 2-front war, it's like a 20-front war. It's like every man for themselves, murder, mayhem, simply to entertain the monarchy in charge of this country. That's it. That's the only reason why this war has happened, is existing. It's because the monarch was a dick and got bored, because he pretty much made every other country afraid of his because their simple military might. So, yeah. That's pretty much, those two are like the 2 main characters, and they're going to be going to kill the monarchy. It's sort of a Chronicles of Riddick sort of deal. Not always can evil be fought by good, but in some states it has to be fought by another kind of evil. Yeah, it's sort of that deal. So you've got the monarchy, which is clearly evil, being fought by this kid who's just as evil because he's killed so many people. He has killed, of all the people fighting in the war, he's definitely got the highest body count following him around. So he's definitely not one to be fucked with. Yeah, so I'm going to be putting a lot of hope, time, effort, heart, and soul into that. Writing it up, drawing it out, putting it into the computer, animating it up, and then throwing it onto YouTube. Because that's where I'm throwing it. I'm not throwing it on any of the other video sites where things can go. Nah, I think I'll just stick with YouTube. I'm also going to have to try and get Gingerbeard's channel partnered with YouTube, because I am currently in charge of that channel, because it is an off-branch of my original channel that I made for him before he decided to start. But yeah, so that's gonna be what we're gonna be doing. So it's gonna take a lot of time, but I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for it. I'm excited, looking forward to the future. Hopefully I won't have to face all this by myself, but if I do, oh well. I've been by myself for a long time now. This is where you guys are probably want me to tell you about relationships. Again, still single. Still. Have been for a while. Hoping that I won't be eventually. But as my mom would say, college comes first, girls come later. And yes, I still listen to my mother because that woman could kill me. I'm a smart man. I don't want to die yet. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button, even though you don't have to if you don't want to. I got a PM the other day. Someone got very upset that I told them to click the like button. I'm sorry. I said if you liked it. Did you like it? Then fucking hit the like button and do what I say, motherfucker. I'll hunt you down. No, but if you like it, go ahead and hit the like button if you want. If you hated it, go ahead and click the dislike button. I don't care. I hardly even look at my analytics. So if you want to see more, go ahead and click on my channel name over there. It'll take you to my channel. You can look at all my videos. If you want to get updates on what I've posted, go ahead and subscribe. You don't have to, but it would really make me feel better if you guys did. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video, whenever the fuck that is.